Hello children, welcome back to Science World, and if you find this video useful for you, then please like, comment and share with your friends. Also subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get notification of my upcoming videos. Students, in our last video we have discussed about the reproduction in plants, and today we have another topic, that is motion and time, and this is the first part of our topic. So let's start with the topic, that is what is motion. Okay students, when you look around you may see many things. Okay, you can see a row of houses, large trees, small plants, people, birds, animals and many other things. Each house in your locality and also elsewhere, it remains at its located places. Also these trees and plants, these tall buildings, houses, they never change their places. Then these people that are sitting here, they are also not moving. Okay, then you can also observe these vehicles that are running on the roads. Okay, they are moving. Then birds that are flying, that are moving. Animals, they are also moving. Okay, people, they are also moving from one place to another place. So what we observe is there are two types of objects around us. Okay, the objects which do not change their position with time. There are some objects which do not change their position with time, and these objects that do not change their position with time, they are said to be at rest. Means they are not moving, they are not changing their position with time, and so they are at rest. And the second type of objects, they are the objects which change their positions with time. Means they are moving from one place to another place. So the objects which change their positions with time, they are said to be in motion. Means the objects that are changing their positions, they are in motion, and objects those which are not changing their position, they are at rest. The same object may be at rest at one moment and in motion at some other. See, when there is a car which is not moving, that means it is at rest. Okay, but when it starts and it starts moving, then it is said to be in motion. So the one object can be at rest at one moment and in motion at some other moment. So we can say moving bodies change their position with time, and it is known as motion. Now the state of rest and the state of motion, these two states are relative. Means they are related to each other. Now how they are related to each other? See, if you are asked to tell whether the trees or buildings are at rest or motion, what is your reply? You will see first you will observe these things. Okay, and then you will tell that they are in motion or they are at rest. So let us imagine ourselves to be in sitting inside a compartment of a running train. Suppose it is a running train and we are sitting in the compartment. So take a situation when everybody here in the train, they are sitting and they are at rest. Okay, then each passenger is at rest. This passenger is at rest. Okay, rest relative to the compartment, this is the compartment. Okay, and as well as with respect to the other passengers. Means these all the passengers, they are in rest, but they are in rest with respect to the other passengers. Okay, but if we consider any point outside the compartment, suppose we consider this platform. Okay, this platform, or we can see say this is a passenger is sitting on the platform. So when we consider this example as the reference point, then the compartment, this compartment of a running train and as well as the passengers in it are in motion with reference to this person or the passenger. Means the passengers that are sitting in the train and the train is moving, that means with reference to this platform or with reference to this person who is sitting on the platform, these persons in this moving train, they are in motion. Okay, and this example shows that the same object may be at rest with respect to one reference point and in motion with respect to another at the same time. We can take another example of the earth. Okay, if you consider the motion of the earth, okay, if you consider the motion of the earth, it may be rotating or revolutionary motion. You will easily understand that the trees on the earth, these are the trees, and these trees on the earth with reference to another object on the earth is at rest. Suppose this is a tree and this is a tree, so this tree is at rest with reference to this tree, or this tree is at rest with the reference to this tree. Okay, but with respect to other planets or stars, suppose we consider the earth with respect to other planets or stars here in the solar system, then it is in the motion along with the earth. Okay, so if we consider the plants or all the things on the earth with respect to the other planets, then we will say that all things on the earth, they are moving. Okay, therefore the state of rest and motion are relative terms. Okay, the motion is actually a relative motion, and the states of rest and motion are also relative, they are related to each other. Then we will see types of motion. Okay, in your previous class you have already read about the types of motion. Just to recall, we will see various types of motions. You can see these pictures: translatory motion, then linear motion, curvilinear motion, rotatory motion, random motion of a ball, or you can say rolling motion of this ball. Then this is the periodic motion of pendulum, oscillatory motion of a swing, then vibratory motion of these strings in the musical instruments. And here is the multiple motion. In multiple motion, what happens? There are many motions in the same action. Like the bucket that is undergoing, it has translatory motion, and the pulley here, this pulley has rotatory motion. So at the same time there may be two or more than two types of motions. Okay, so these are all the types of motion. Then how you will decide that the object is in motion but it is slow or it is fast? If you want to decide this, then how you will decide? See, we see many moving vehicles on the road and in the sky also. Some move faster while some other moves very slowly. For example, an aeroplane. This is an aeroplane. It runs very fast than a train. Okay, and if you see the train, it runs faster than a bicycle. Okay, and so on. So we can compare many things. We can compare the this motion of many things, whether they are fast or whether they are slow. Even while walking, some people they walk very fast, okay, and some people they walk slowly. So we can say that if an object covers a larger distance in a fixed time interval, then they are faster, they are said to be faster. Okay, and if the object is moving very slowly in a fixed time interval, then they are said to be slower or they are slow. Okay, so this is about slow and fast. But if you want to know that how fast is object moving, we don't know what is the how fast the object is moving, then what we should know? We should know two things, that is the distance traveled by the object. We should know the distance traveled by the object and the time taken by the object to cover the distance. So these are the two things that we should know if you want to find out how fast an object is moving. So which are the two things? Distance traveled by the object and time taken by the object to cover that distance. Okay, so these are the two things that you should know before finding out how fast a moving object is moving. Okay, so here we have finished this topic, that is what is motion and what is rest. In our next video we are going to discuss about the measurement of time. So keep watching videos and be with me. We'll meet again in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.